Mercedes Desire.
Yeah, we are so amazing. Do you know that? Do you know how awesome you are? Look, why I gotta tell you? Like, thank you, Reggie. Do you know how awesome you are? Like, the way I say it to most people, and maybe you see me before, I call some people reflection. And, I talk about I and me a lot because it's a perfection of I and me, and I and me is us as a whole, right? Because we are a reflection of each other. And why are we a reflection of each other? Because we're a reflection of the Most High. And if He created us, right? So we're going to get started in one more minute. What time? Okay, we're going to get started at 12:05. So if anyone in here is in our chat, go ahead and let everyone know that we are live right now. Let them know that we're on, and we are on. I'm going to go ahead and share some tips real quick today. Welcome to the call, team. All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to go ahead and share a formula. And if you have a pencil and a paper or a pen and something to write on, or maybe just your notebook inside of your phone, I think you should get it out today. Because I'm going to share some information with you that you might want to write down. And the beginning of my journey and into this day and this moment that I am now, whenever I will go to read a book or a motivational, inspirational, anything that I know that it will be for my well-being, for my growth, I always wrote down. I have so many notebooks. And every time that I move, I realize I don't really bring anything with me, and that is including furniture, but I got this big box full of notebooks, and it's notes that I've been writing down throughout the years. And I say years, I'm talking about 15 years, like I've been on this, and that's why it's important for you guys to write down. I always tell the students and the people that I mentor, write everything down, even if it's an idea and it's just a crazy thought, write it down, because later on in your life, when you come across it, it might spark something that you needed to be sparked, and it was just your higher you letting you know and reminding you. Because a lot of the things that I used to write was to remind me later on. And it's like, wow, I wrote that, and wherever I was in that moment, maybe I wasn't getting there, but now that I am where I am and I read what I read, it's like, whoa, OMG. So I'm going to share with you guys a formula. A formula is E plus R equals O. E plus R equals O. Right? Now, I want you guys, before I tell you what E plus R equals O, I want you guys to guess what this formula might be. I want you guys to guess what this formula might be. I want to see how many people may already be on point here with me. All right? So E plus R equals O. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what E stands for, what R stands for, what O stands for. Right? And all right, so E stands for event. E stands for events. And then you have R for response. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I should write this down so you guys can have a visual, because sometimes it's important to have visuals on top of people speaking, to hear. It just gives you a more confirmation for you to remember what ER equals O, right? So let me go ahead and write it down for you, this formula, and I think it'll resonate for you. So later on in the future, there's people that live off of this formula, right? E equals R. E plus R equals O, right? This is a formula. Write it down, right? So E is event, right? R, y'all can guess what R is for? Can y'all guess what R is for? R is response. Response. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. And if y'all don't, it's not good, because I'm going to put you up on game. Okay, so now we have E plus R equals O, right? Can you guess what O stands for? Can you guess what O stands for? So O stands for outcome. So you have E for event plus response, and O stands for outcome, right? You have outcome. And basically, you can be in a situation. This is where the E is. You can be in a situation, right? And you can deal with that situation in many different forms, you know? And based on your response, like I'm not good at it. Your response is what is going to dictate that, oh, your outcome, right? Y'all got me now? So E plus R equals O is a very, very important formula for you to follow throughout life. This is a formula that you should be teaching your children. So when you're not around, they're going to know what to do because they already in the situation, right? You already in the situation, right? So they're going to remember, okay, R, my response is what's going to dictate what is going to happen next after I give my response, right? So I have to be smart in the response that I give so I can have the best outcome that I want out of this situation, right? So it's just as simple as, you know, being into an argument. And how you respond into that argument, you can respond aggressively and upset, or you can respond in a very subtle and calm way. And just by that small action, you can receive a beautiful outcome, right? So I hope you guys wrote this part down because it's so important. And I'm going to go in and you're going to understand why I'm giving you this formula. Okay, I want you guys, before I go into this, because y'all know how much I love humans, okay? You have to understand and understand your body, okay? Understand your body, your flesh, this vessel that you live in, that you're in, that your soul, your spirit is in. Understand that this here, this that we stand in, you know, like this part of us, this here, I like mine, you know, but this here, our vessel is the church. Is the church, is the temple. Don't beat yourself up if you don't make it. If you don't make it to the physical, to the mankind, you know, church or temple. Don't let nobody beat you down and tell you, oh, you need to go to church because, you know, your life and this and that. Understand that the church is in you. This is the temple, okay? Because the Most High is inside of you. Do you understand this? Y'all understand this, right? This is it. This is it, okay? When you was a baby, you couldn't walk, right? You couldn't walk. You couldn't even put your head up, right? But the baby was happy. The baby was lit. The baby had it going on, you know? So understand that I got to start with this because if I don't put this part first and always, I'm going to feel some type of way because that is important to me, that people understand the love that is inside of you. And maybe you don't feel it, and that's only because of external factor in your ego. But understand there's a love inside of you that wants to come out, okay? Whew, I feel like I just went in. Whew. So just be mindful and respectful of where you stand. And when I say you, I mean your spirit and your soul, okay? There is a wonderful avenue that starts in your own backyard, okay? In our own backyard. And our backyard is us, right? And our own backyard is us. So let me share with you. The journey through life, the journey that we go through life, does not have to be a straight path or a narrow path, right? There are many enchanting avenues that we can take. And I'm sure you guys know this and understand this, right? So you learn with angels and angels and hope that we can travel and explore, you know? And the best part about it is that if we're young, try everything. Try everything. Don't beat yourself up. Don't, and be like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be 30 soon and I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what my purpose is, and you start stressing. And next thing you know, you're not even moving towards your purpose because you are stuck. Literally, you are stuck and you don't want to be stuck. Okay, and for you to know your purpose, if you don't find your purpose at an early age, it's okay. Like, it's some people that they don't find their purpose until they hit 40, 50, and it's all good, because you know what, everything that you went through before you got to that point that you realized what your purpose was for your purpose, for you to be fully equipped for what you're supposed to be doing in that moment in your life and on forward, right? So it's very important, okay? And the avenues we choose will help us define our journey and lead us to the people and the places that we must encounter. You know that this is just part of our journey. When the feeling sets in the avenue we are traveling, right? It start becoming boring and maybe tedious, at times, right? And it's crucial. It is crucial to find out why. Don't sit in it. Find out why. Be real with yourself that there is a situation. Okay? Just be real with it. And I think, really? My girls are over here listening to my girl. I'm sorry. So, what happened, Millie? What? Oh, they want to get a snack out of my snack box. I'm sorry. So, okay, I was talking about, it's crucial to find out why. It may be that it's time to make a change in your avenue. And maybe that there's there's a change that is to come, that it needs to come, and you need to acknowledge that this is the time. Or it may mean that there's a surge of creative energy, right? There's a surge of creative energy, and it's needed to change out of perceptions, right? You need to change your perception and find ways to make better use of what we have, or what you have. Okay, an avenue, if you don't know what it means, an avenue is a meaning of reaching something, achieving a goal, and making progress. What avenues are you traveling to achieve the goals? Are they avenues that make you happy? Are they avenues that help you live with mental peace? For me, mental peace is so very much important. I'm telling you, for me, my mental peace is very important. And a confession, I will get frustrated, when I feel that I'm being challenged, but I always conquer those things because I'm able to recognize it now, so it doesn't affect me and I don't sit in it for too long, right? And also, the scenery on your avenue is very important. Your scenery, your area of where you are, surround yourself with a lot of roses or flowers, nature, things that you can smell and appreciate, that is there in your presence, that come from the Most High. It can even be your pet, appreciate it. Okay, and let the light, give you the way, with the Lord and the guardians. Like I always say that God has 7 soldiers for each one of us, because my number is 7, so I say 7. But that He has guardians over us. So affirmation time. It's time for y'all to write this down. Let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. So write this down. This is an affirmation. I will stay off the avenue of boredom and resentment. I will stay off the avenues of boredom and resentment. And I will travel the avenues of light. Okay, I will travel the avenue of light and laughter with the Most High by my side. Don't miss that part. The Most High by our side, because He's already in you, but you have to acknowledge Him. So when you're talking to yourself at the same time, always say, I appreciate you. Okay? I appreciate you and I honor you. And I am thankful that I know what I know now, that I am thankful for everything. Okay? Whew, I don't know how long I've been doing this call because, I'm good at going over my time. All right. So let me go ahead and kind of switch it up, and I'll go ahead and end the call. So I just want y'all to understand we are different manifestations of one consciousness. There is a part of that source in each of us, that we are all one. So you should treat another person the way you want to be treated. And I'm sure that you already know this, but that doesn't mean that that's what you're doing. So I'm just giving you that reminder, just respect. So if you see yourself as a completely separate being, it means that you are functioning with your ego right now, and you're letting your ego be in full control. And baby, don't let that happen. You don't let that happen, okay? Because you're gonna keep going in a treadmill and not understanding, and not be happy truthfully inside of you, So you do not let your mind rest, and thoughts block you from receiving divine guidance from higher sources, okay? And when I mean higher sources inside of you, they're inside of you. The Most High, you have the spirit and the soul, So you have the equipment that you need. Understand this? I don't know how to, eventually I guess it'll flow to for you guys, and it'll click. Some people, it probably already clicked, but higher consciousness is the unlimited intelligence. Higher consciousness, all intelligence there is. Whereas your thinking is limited by belief and experience that only you had. Okay, so don't limit yourself. It's wiser and much more beneficial to let the divine spirit express itself through you. Okay, because there is something inside of you guiding you, and you just been selfish with it because you only been spending time with it by yourself. You haven't been trying to let us know what's up, and what's up, and we probably don't know what's up, So only then will you see that we are all connected, and that the law of oneness, I am me, the reflection of us as a whole, okay? The reflection of us as a whole is a fundamental law in each of our lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know me by now, my name is Mercedes Desire Falcon. You can find me all across the board. Mercedes Desire. I love you, I like you, and I like you. Let's grow.
I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely.